Hello and welcome to the Pro Division semifinals here in Garland, part of the Spikeball Tour Series. I'm Mike White, casting alongside Matthew Burrows. We've got a good one here coming for you. Ritto Boys, a top-ranked team in the country, Coleman Epperson and Ryder Vivanera, facing off against Clark Marshall and Buddy Hammon, a defensive duo. Let's get into this one.
Buddy Hammon looks like he's in khaki shorts, but they're actually athletic shorts. They just look like khaki shorts.
They definitely look like
So he is taking this seriously, even though it does look like he's just wearing khaki shorts.
Yeah.
I made that mistake yesterday.
Yeah, you thought he was wearing some khaki shorts.
But yeah, he's all in.
Yeah. Nice
serve here starts off from Clark, but a nice hit there from Coleman. Really strong offensively on this Ritto Boys team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really known for both their serving prowess and hitting. Some people are calling Ryder Riva the best no-hit zone hitter, which I've yet to see, but I'm excited for it.
He's going to start us off with a strong serve there. Defensive touch, are both in the same spot. Not ideal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Buddy Hammon is really a long-time player, been around since like 2012.
Too long, maybe. I don't
know. Too long.
Not long enough, some would say, maybe.
Has a Nationals finals appearance, excuse me. Nice dodges there, but a little too much, a little too fast.
Comes down. Buddy Hammon, known for his quick hands and nice bodies, so excited to see a lot of that happen. Coleman gets away with this nice short drop ace. Clark, a very tall player, might have some trouble getting down to those drops.
Yeah.
Coleman's going to keep swinging here, finds the front rim. Steps out right again, goes for the drop again. Buddy Hammon's there to scoop it up. And he's going to pull that right past him.
Mm-hmm. Staying in it. Ritto Boys look like they really collapse quickly on defense.
I think on the drops, they're going to try to collapse.
Mm-hmm.
But Clark here, swinging wide, goes too high. Stepping out far, fakes the lefty, goes for the drop. Ryder might have been there. Fault either way. Back into Ryder's hands. I think Ryder's one of the strongest servers on the net, if not in the entire world. So he'll be looking to make the magic happen. He had a little bit of a scare. He dove or fell or slipped or something onto his left shoulder yesterday. Had a little bit of a scare. Thought he might have been injured, but I think he's doing okay today.
And there, so I went for the reverse cut, but it popped up even high for Marshall.
Yeah, that's hard to do. But Buddy Hammon here serving. Buddy's actually improved his serves a lot. People yesterday telling me that he was hitting reverse cuts on people. And I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, they're like, he's actually hitting an actually good reverse cut. So Buddy Hammon's still evolving his game like a decade later.
Yeah, they're just putting some effort in to get back into the game. Pretty absent the past few years, but it can still hang. Little reverse there. Beautiful
good shot, yeah. I don't know how much he practices on the no-hit zone, but he looks comfortable.
Yeah, he looks really good. So Marshall, of course, Marshall being so tall, has nice reach on the no-hit zone as well.
Gets the lefty on. Oh, no, that's going to be a break for Marshall and Hammon. And the set just on the wrong side of the net there.
Yeah, that's usually where, big setting mistakes come, is just they're big and they're off the net. You can't get it back. Especially if you're ready for a good set, right? They were lined up at the net for that.
It's tough sometimes when the set is outside of the hitter's expectations, and they have to make that last second adjustment. But Clark here going to step out right, going to go for the drop, get it in play. Coleman pushes it right past him. Great shot.
Yeah, easy. Just like we said, some of the best hitters. And great footwork. That really is what comes with hitting.
Getting nice and low and then keeping the shots nice and low as well. Ryder looking for the big cut, doesn't find it. But he's got to stay down a little bit more. He's kind of jumping out for these. Could come back to bite him if these serves pop up. Wow, nice reverse, but Buddy gets a great hand on it. He's going to push it away. Like we said, Buddy known for his quick hands, so able to adjust to these reverses
He might
very
have
well.
the best hands in round net.
I would agree.
They look inhuman.
It looked like he didn't even have to look at that ball.
It's just there.
The hands have eyes for themselves.
Yeah.
Swings for it there, finds the rim. Step out right again, goes for the drop, making him play. Ryder, he gets a soft touch to himself. Clark hits it on, Ryder with a touch there. And a nice body up from Clark. Buddy's there to set it back. He's going to go over the net, and that's a great shot from Clark.
Wow. We talked earlier, we thought Thompson looked like the soft touch god. I think Buddy Hammon is really the soft touch god.
I think Buddy Yeah, fantastic shot to finish off the rally. But Buddy Hammon serving now with a nice break. Kind of jams Coleman a little bit, but he's got it under control. Almost gets the touch, but it goes under his armpit there.
Yeah.
Marshall Hammond looking pretty good.
Yeah, looking good. They have the mini break going into this. They're not really being messed with from the serving line. It might be a little more of a factor when they get warmed up.
Coleman serving again, keeping it nice and low.
Yeah, and there it is.
Just going to jam him a little too hard, go the wrong direction. Great serve from Coleman.
So you get that mini break back. Buddy Hammon started to soft touch it again. Stuff which you cannot do on a serve return.
Coleman serving again, keeping it. Tries to keep it low, but it pops up. He's here again, stepping right. That one stays low. Buddy's going to get there to recover it. A nice body up from Coleman. Ryder goes on two.
Smart
Pretty
move.
good decision. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he probably had time to do a set, but you know, it was so high, Clark and Hammond didn't really know where to go, so he could put it right on.
I think they were waiting to see where the set was going to go, but then Ryder just sees the open side of the field. I think Buddy gets attacked by a bug here. But we're going to keep continuing a great break from Ritto Boys. Coleman's hitting some pretty nice serves so far.
Yeah, it's looking good. The jam's really popular. It just can challenge so much with your reaction time. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, how good your feet are. It's can you react to this? Can you get your hand up in time?
It can be tough sometimes because there's a point like near your belly button where your hand wants to flip from overhand to underhand. And if you get him right in the middle of that and your brain takes that extra second to choose underhand or overhand, it can be crucial. But Clark is going to get a beautiful body up here again and get it right into Ryder's hand, where he's going to go for the lefty, but I think he's going to call a hinder on Clark because he couldn't fully swing there. Maybe says no, maybe going to observers. I think they're just going to give it over. A great body up from Clark.
Looks like it's going to be a redo here.
I guess so. That is a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
A nice body up from Clark, but another great hand from Ryder just to keep that rally going.
Right. Yeah, that hand was immaculate.
Very fast.
Yeah. But strong body defense from both sides.
Clark will get a second serve here. Maybe make some play again. Yep, goes for the drop. Ryder's there to scoop it up. And he's going to push it this time.
That's such a cool shot. Just kind of really off balance there. Just letting his feet come through.
Just basically he's just running, staying out of the no-hit zone and just keeping his hand there to push it along with him. And that one's going to be just a little bit too high. Ryder will get one more. Haven't seen Ryder hit too many crazy serves yet.
No.
Steps out right. Looks at the lefty. Decides not to.
Got nothing. So still in it here. We saw a couple good back and forth breaks and holds.
Buddy Hammon going to be serving 9-10. Still down that break. Got to find one here to tie back up to that mini break. That's going to find front rim. I want to see Buddy hit one of those reverse cuts I was hearing about. He's going to drop it on instead.
Oh, into the face.
A good body, but yeah, it's just too fast. He needs to get him up in the air a little bit more, but he just can't quite get it up.
Yeah,
hitting the top of his body. I think Ritto Boy's doing a great job of hitting them high. And a great serve there, but Buddy, looks like he hurt something maybe. Or maybe just trying to stay out of the no-hit zone.
That reverse was well handled.
Yeah. Not quite sure. It looked like Buddy ran away in pain there.
Hurt his elbow?
I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, I think they're going to take a timeout, maybe an injury timeout.
Interesting.
Yes, it's going to be a timeout here. That was tough. Yeah, you saw him go down for that hit, and as soon as he extended his arm all the way, you saw him hit the ball, you saw the ball fly away, and you saw him grab his arm and sort of run away from the net. So maybe swung too hard, overextended that elbow a little bit or something. Hopefully he should be okay. Just maybe go see the trainer real quick. Maybe just give it a breather. Get it back in condition. It looks like he's doing okay. Just getting some Gatorade.
Yeah.
He looks like he should be fine. So we should get back into this pretty soon. A-okay with a nice plenty of games still left to go. Anyone's game, really.
Yeah, I like the rallies we've seen back and forth. They're really fighting for it. Not too much pressure by Hammon and Marshall.
Right.
But we've seen Coleman put on some pressure, and I think that we'll continue to see that. I want to see if they can really keep in. It's going to be, can Marshall and Hammon make those defensive touches to make
Right.
up for the times they get aced.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The serving pressure is definitely on Ritto Boys' side. Hammon and Buddy, or Hammon and Marshall, sorry.
Yeah.
They got to do their best to just, make them play the points and try to get those defensive touches. They've been getting them, but just haven't been able to convert too many of them. Kind of 50-50 so far.
Yeah, I think the big thing is, the defensive Epperson and Riva are so strong that
Right.
even a touch isn't a guaranteed put away. We're going to get him back to the action here, just taking some time to wipe off some sweat and relax a little bit.
Got some nice red towels courtesy of Garland. The city town we're playing at right now, Garland, Texas. Come visit them. They got some nice attractions. We got a water park right across from the field here. Some players were actually tempted to go over there to go to the water park today, but
I would love to hit that water park.
yeah, that water park
here.
sounds pretty good right now, but
Yeah.
we're going to get back to the round net action. Clark serving for us. Tries to go for a little reverse. Doesn't find it.
We got a cloud here, which puts some nice coverage over for these players.
Steps out.
Oh,
The righty to cut. Maybe calls side. Think they're going to go to observers here. Dylan Keene on the angle there. I think it's going to be mostly his call. They're going to call clean. I think one of the biggest factors there is that Clark is pretty tall, so it can look like a weird angle when it comes from higher up, but a great break there for Clark. He's got the lefty in.
Marshall's got his a little tilt to that.
Yeah, a
hat
little
there.
sideways hat action. That one's going to push a little bit, but Coleman handles it well. And it launches up. Buddy can't turn around to get there.
That's a smart sky ball.
Yep.
Marshall and Hammond have just been collapsing, and so just putting them over them is smart. They can get down to it, but only if they're ready.
Right. Yeah, I think Buddy jumps there and then can't turn around to run it down.
Yep.
So they get away with that one, but going to be just the mini break now. Ryder serving. Swinging.
Yeah,
Very
swinging hard.
Yes. Going for that, looking like a jam.
Got 12-11 here for Danera.
Yeah, swings with the lefty. Riva not finding anything so far. For one of the best servers in the world, he hasn't been landing. We might have like a Luke Marshall situation on our hands where he'll pop off in the next game. Jumps up for that serve receive there, so it keeps it in play. But a nice body up from Buddy Hammon, and he is going to put it on the net and put it away.
Wow, up 13-12 now. That was a big break they needed. That's what we're talking about, the back and forth. Can they not get aced, and can they make the defensive touches? And they were doing it. They're doing it.
That's the lead. That's their game. That's how they're going to win them. They just got to get one more and hold.
It's an easy one.
It's a little reversey there, and that's going to be an error from
Another
Coleman
break.
Everson. Wow. So that's a little bit uncharacteristic. I think Coleman just doesn't get deep enough in his squat, doesn't get low enough for that hit. And Hammond Marshall gonna take advantage of that.
Yeah. Look for him to get it on here. He does.
He does. Ryder with a strong hit.
Wow.
Just gonna push it straight past him.
That's a good adaptation on both on the other side. And of course, it takes a good set to hit that push shot.
Putting the pressure back onto Ritto Boys here. Epperson's got to get this on the net. Got to get a break back for himself. Down the full break now. And that's a nice one.
I think it's
in the rim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost there.
So now 13 is the lead. So looking good for Marshall Hammond.
And that's a nice serve on the net. Epperson's got a hold of it. He's going to blast it again. Those boom balls working pretty well for him so far.
Yeah, I think we've seen an adaptation back and forth. Okay, you're going to go close. I'm hitting it far. Oh, hitting it far. I'm coming in close. So really good back and forth action so far. Cleaning off the hands there.
Hands getting sweaty. It's hard to get grip on the ball when your hands are sweaty and the balls are, inflated due to the heat. Riva looking for it all here. Got to get a break back. Swinging hard. It's popping up.
14-15. Reminder, the winner of this will move on to play Garrett Hornock and Kyle Ackerman in the finals.
And he's finally going to find one. They're going to call high there. And, yeah, the observers agree that it's high. Riva thought he had it, but Marshall Hammond hanging on here. And let's see if they can extend this lead.
Just a rim shot there by Buddy Hammon on the serve.
He's going to serve again here. They drop it, making him play. Making that. Ooh.
Oh, it looks like
I think they called.
the ball touched him.
I think they called simultaneous contact. So you cannot touch the ball while the ball is touching the net. So I think he waited just a little bit too long for that hit, and so they call hand on ball on net, which is usually what people call it, I think.
Nice.
So not your typical call, but it's in the rules.
But well, so truthfully, if you don't call that, it's easy to get those flick shots to land.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a challenge to flick it onto the net, just not flick it while it's on the net.
Hammon going to receive this one well, and wow, a great pull. How did he have that much angle? That is absurd.
Yeah, if you see players with a no-hit zone, leaving their feet allows them to get that extra angle, but even there, that looked pretty ridiculous.
He had to not only pull that barely past him, but also jump over the no-hit zone, which is 6 feet long.
Yep.
So, yeah, very impressive athleticism out of Buddy Hammon.
High serve there, so it's going to go back to the Ritto Boys, Rivadeneira 16, 18, of course, to 21. So they got to make some quick work here.
Riva steps out right. Looks for the reverse cut. Been looking for a lot of reverses. Haven't seen too many normal cuts.
Yeah.
Trying to wipe off his hands once again.
He really hasn't been hitting any serves so far.
Yeah, we haven't seen much. He nearly hit that one, but it went just a little bit high last time. Goes for the drop to get it in play now.
Strong receive.
Gets a touch there. Great hand from Riva. And that's going to be a buddy off of Clark, but oh man, great body from Marshall there, but Hammon cannot turn around to find it. It just slips in the grass.
Strong play there and allows them to get it back again there. But Hammon was ready for the long ball there, but of course Marshall got the touch and it went forward instead of up.
And Ryder Riva, usually not super known for his defense, more known for his serving. Opposite just put the ball in the net and makes the defensive play happen. So really showing that he's an all-around player here.
Yeah, exactly. I've been impressed with his touches so far. 17-18, second serve here. Still down a break.
And that's going to be a great serve there out of Riva. And he's going to get the breaks. He's starting to fire up now, starting to get a little bit more warm, not worm, a little more worm. Wow, he's just a worm now. He's getting warm, and there he goes. He is heating up, and he's firing off these serves. And Hammon Marshall got to stop the bleeding soon. They already used their timeout, I believe. So Riva's going to be able to keep firing.
Pockets up, so get a break for a second, but he'll still get his next one. And yeah, those are two tough serves of different variety.
Yeah,
you got to be ready for both of those.
He has a great selection of serves to hit. But he's swinging for him, and those are very crucial breaks for Ritto Boys.
So down but not out. It's Clark and Buddy. Everyone taking a second, so it looks like a timeout for Ritto Boys. Wow.
Gotta get back in the shade. Gotta get some water. You know, keep your cool composure. Hammon and Marshall might be out of it.
So they're just down the mini break, but like we've seen in so many games before, if the server takes time to warm up once they get hot, they're hot.
It tends to go. Yeah, the momentum tends to go with the serving team. Hammon and Marshall looked very strong toward the beginning. Looked like they had the chemistry down. Now it looks like it's starting to break up a little bit.
Yeah, right. And this is only, I believe, the third tournament for Ritto Boys. So they're still working on their chemistry as well.
Right. Yeah. Both teams here not looking polished yet, but this is the second SRA sanctioned Tour Series event. So everyone's still polishing up their game so far, but exciting to see if this is what they're looking like not polished, then I'm excited to see what they look like polished.
Right, and I think it's a good indication here because, you know, Ritto Boys is a top team. Marshall is also on a top team. Trippy Liz, and of course, not playing with Andrew Carter's typical partner, but the outcome here is a good indication of what we're going to see with them going forward, too.
Right, yeah. Clark Marshall has been looking very well, been playing very well, looking very good so far. The wide body's a nice serve so far. I think he's taking most of the breaks for the Hammon Marshall team.
Yeah, right. I think they're going to get back into the action here. Coming out, they got these Visit Garland red towels. Shout out to Garland, Texas for the wonderful hospitality that we've had here this weekend. It's been amazing.
It's been great.
It's been awesome. It's hot, but they got a water park, so no excuse. No excuse. Coming back in, so the ball in the hand of Buddy Hammon, 19s. This one might be going into extras. Odds are it will, so let's find out.
Hammon's going to put that first one into the rim. Opts for a different ball. Second serve is on. A little bit of an awkward touch, but Ryder's going to push that one away.
that hitting is just unbelievable.
It's just such great low shots that are just so clean every time. Those are very hard to get touches on.
Chance to take game 1 here for Coleman Epperson. Hasn't hit a strong one in a while. He's due.
Second goes for the drop on the net, and that's going to be enough to take it. It stops a lot. He hits it pretty hard, but then hits the net and stops quite a bit. So great drop there. Clark Marshall not able to scoop it up. Ritto Boys going to take game 1, 21-19.
There's a lot of backspin there.
There was a lot. Yes, that ball stopped a lot. So
awesome. So I think truthfully, if Ritto Boys heats up on the serving, leave it in air like we saw at the end there, I don't know if there's much they can do. But I think Marshall and Hammon are very close on the touch. I think they just need to tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah. Coleman Epperson could also go off as well, so it's not all on Ryder Riva. Both are a huge threat, and they're both warming up seemingly. I mean, ended it with an ace from Epperson and a huge run from Rivadeneira. Hammon and Marshall going to have to find some sort of new groove, I think.
Right. It's been very interesting to see these kind of different styles clash because, they're all strong in all different levels, but it's can you get hot with what you're good at a certain time.
Right.
And I think what we're seeing is the serving side isn't being matched as much, or may not be matched much, with some serve receiving skills, while the defense of Hammond and Marshall is being matched by defense on the other side.
Yes.
So they're being a little thwarted in their plan there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The specialty of Hammond Marshall is being matched, and so if you're being matched in the area that you're good at, but you're not matching them in the area the other team's good at, then that looks like just a win for Ritto Boys.
Yeah. And it's not a surprising outcome. We're going to just go to our break real quick. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. We are back with game 2. Rivadeneira to start this one.
Step out right and find the rim. Good choice for him to start out serving. Got to get him as many reps as you can. Try to get him hot as soon as possible. Looks for the left, blast the right, nowhere near the net. Starting off with a double fault. Over to Buddy Hammon now.
He's also known for a strong backhand, which we haven't really seen yet.
Yeah, he went for like 1 last game, I believe, but it was front rim. Yeah, would love to see him mix up a little bit more rather than kind of just going for these gentleman serves on the second. More of a put on, really. Oh, wow. But I guess it might be good enough. Forces a weak receive, and that's going to be into the rim. I guess that's good enough. He can just go for these second serve put-ons. And that's going to be a break early for Marshall Hammond.
So I was listening into the play. I didn't know if they were disagreeing on the rim call. But, yeah, it was good second effort recovery set by Rivadeneira, but not enough.
So Buddy Hammond going to be serving again. That's a little bit of the reverse that we're talking about. And it's a nice body up. Clark diving, but cannot get the touch there. Marshall with a great bid.
And some screeches coming out of Buddy Hammond. He's just excited.
Gets a nice body up off the arm.
Yeah.
Just excited for his teammate to possibly get the set back over to him. But yeah, great little break there from Marshall Hammond. But Coleman going to be firing back now. Stepping left.
See what he's got to work with here. That one pops up.
High.
You got to be so precise with so many of these serves.
So Clark Marshall serving here. Gets really wide. A nice cut, and that's going to be another break for Marshall Hammond. And they're starting to run away with game 2.
Yeah, right. And you saw there with those cut serves, they have so much spin that Coleman had his hand there, but it just rolled off.
Right. The ball hits his hand, still has spin. Oh, wow. Looks for it on Riva there. Doesn't find the net, though. But, yeah, it still has spin when it's coming off the net and just launches off the hand. Steps out wide again. Looks for it. Finds it again. They get the illegal first touch call, carry call, throw call, whatever you want to call it. And that is another great run.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Great serving here from Marshall. He's going to try to keep going. Steps left, look for the lefty. Coleman's there to scoop this one up, though, a little bit easier. A nice body. He's going to get the soft touch. Buddy Hammond gets it on the net, keeps it in play. Nice little set. Coleman should put this away. Clark Marshall tries to get the hand.
Wow.
Can't quite find it.
They just stopped the momentum there. That was they were rolling. They were rolling.
That was a good stop there from Ritto Boys. Buddy Hammond maybe needs to get a little bit better of a hit there, try to readjust his feet, but it was quite difficult with the set coming to his body.
Yep, they made it work with what they had.
Riva now going to be swinging. Looks for the net, finds the outside of the rim. Trying to focus here. Swings again, finds the double fault.
Yeah.
Hammon Marshall just going to sit comfortably here, I think.
They really just got to focus on serve receiving here. Just focus on serve receiving. Their hits are good. Their sets are good. Just get those first touches up.
Yep. Buddy Hammon goes for the fake drop and drops it anyways. Ryder going to wrap it behind him.
What a hit.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a weird hit. We didn't see it. He moved his body in front of the ball, so it almost looked like he missed the net.
Yeah.
Oh, did he miss the net?
Oh, did
okay, he did miss the net.
That's how good it looked.
That's
how good it looked.
But another break
so
from
Hey, we
that's
were
why
not surprised. We're like, wow, he had a godly
he
hit.
was just such a good player.
He's just so good.
But wow, yeah, Hammon running away with it, keeping the pressure applied, putting the ball in the net, and Cohen with a nice shot there.
So you see what Hammon does is he loves to show you something and then take it away, and as does Clark Marshall on his normal team. So there, he thought he was going to go for the pull, so he showed it and then dove. Of course, he went the opposite way. So it looks like he's diving away from the ball, and you're like, what is he doing? But really, he's taking an educated guess.
Right. It's sort of like a goalkeeper returning a penalty kick in soccer. You kind of just have to look at the hips, look at the feet, and take your best guess on which way it's going, and then dive from there. And a nice service receive here from Riva, and they're going to hold there.
So back to Riva, 4-8, an early deficit, but not out. But they haven't really hit anything so far.
Yeah, Riva's going to be looking to swing hard here. Got to make the breaks happen before they get too far behind.
He looks hot out there.
Gets low on the serve, finds front rim.
Yeah, sometimes, different players, taller players, the angle that the serve comes off, it comes into the net really affects if it goes high or low, and so you got to be really careful with that.
We're going to see another double fault there from Riva. Getting a little bit frustrated, I think. He's getting hot, getting frustrated, falling behind early. Not the position you want to be in.
Yeah, when you fall apart, or say when you have a lead, say instead of 9-4, right, it was 19-14. It was 19-14, right? They might just let the game go. But at 9-4, you have to push back. So that's even harder. You're like, we still can do this. So it makes it harder to want to focus. You really have to zone in.
Buddy trying to put it on the net. That one's a little too high. I think they had a little disagreement on the first serve, but observers called a fault. So a double fault there from Hammon. Eberson to swing now. Now he's going to find front rim. I thought he was going to play it for a second, but
it looked
just
like
tried
he
to catch
wanted it. But no, the way Ritto Boys have been double faulting so far in this game, I'd throw it back to him.
And that's going to be the double fault. You called it right there. Pattern repeats itself.
You say time and time again, when you want to really hit your serves to generate bakes, it also takes you out of your swing and out of your momentum, and you work a little harder than you maybe need to.
Yeah, you get out of your muscle memory because you're trying to swing harder than normal, and yeah, that can mess you up a little bit.
You can see with a lot of servers that swinging harder doesn't make it a better serve, but when you're down, you really want to think, hey, if I get some extra power on it, it'll be better, which is not the case at all.
Not always the case.
No.
Riva though, got to find something soon. Goes for the lefty. It's on the net. Clark Marshall's long arms able to get him there. He gets the touch. Oh, but cannot get the set back to the net. Great hustle there from Coleman, honestly, not to give up on the ball despite it being really far away. And wow, what a serve receive from Clark.
Yeah, it's really impressive. That's what we said. That was the key here. They have to serve receive. They have to serve receive.
Yeah,
here.
Marshall is not scared. He's got the long arms. He can get low. He reaches it. And keeps it legal at that.
Yeah.
So Hammon here to serve. Steps out right. Won't find the net.
I think we'll see the drop serve here. Again, just wants to put it in play. Make the mistakes.
Puts it on. Coleman, Epperson gets it under the elbow of Hammon. Almost gets up on it.
Just sneaks through. I know Hammon, that happens to him a lot. He's in the right spot and it just sneaks underneath the arm.
I mean, it's very hard. You have a small gap in your arm, but if it doesn't perfectly hit the middle of your arm, it will likely bounce the wrong way. So you have to either have your full body there or perfectly centered arm. And there we go, a nice serve out of Epperson. They're going to get it back to the net, and it lips up and over Riva. I think they're going to go for the rim call here. Over to observers in the back. We got Dylan Keene, Frederick Hinkle, and Dan Abrams observing. And they're going to call redo there. Not quite sure on the call. Yeah. A little bit too close.
Yeah, a little too close to call. But that can happen sometimes. The teams disagreed and the observer disagreed. Sometimes it's hard.
Epperson, we'll see if he can land another good one. Second serve. Goes for the drop. Doesn't find it. So that's a little bit disappointing if you're Ritto Boys. You get a point that you think you finally won one, getting some momentum back, and then there's a disagreement and a redo, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you just got to keep playing. Marshall for the drop. Rivas there to scoop it up. He gets the body up. Clark. Oh, Marshall dives, gets horizontal for it, but can't quite find it. Can't reach it just in time.
No, there's just the king of these. I don't even know if that was a touch or if that was just a crazy pocket. They're going. I think we got a timeout called here.
So yeah, wow.
Ritto Boys. A lot of timeouts coming up to play. It's hot. It makes sense.
It is hot. The balls are big. They might not, be super comfortable. They might be sunburned. They might be tired from yesterday. A long day yesterday.
All sorts
might be
of things.
Dehydrated a little bit. Might be looking at the water park and wishing they were over there.
Looking over there, yeah. It looks great.
They got to find something here. They got to focus in.
Yeah. Thanks.
So yeah.
So I'm going to take a quick second to shout out the sponsors of the Spikeball Tour Series. Of course, you've seen them in the background. Shout out Pair of Thieves. Great. Mostly, I'd say underwear, socks, but also do some shirts and some loungewear. I'll say unbiased. I love Pair of Thieves. I was wearing them before they were a Spikeball Tour Series sponsor. Big fan. I think they sell at Target. Check them out. Of course, we got Apparel Co. Repping our polos here. Official jersey provider of Spikeball and the Spikeball Tour Series. Great stuff. They do custom jerseys. They look great. And, of course, we got Hampton Farms, the official nut of Spikeball. They were here on the event. Tons of peanuts and some games. It's been a good time.
I've seen peanut shells everywhere, so they must be pretty
good.
There's
a lot of peanut shells.
They must be
pretty
how
good.
Did
they get here? So, pretty good. Shout out to them for helping make the tour series happen. It's been great.
It's been a great time. They've had that little booth over there. I think they've had some games over there, getting a lot of people interacting, having a good time. Just, making that event just a little bit better.
And we're looking over, they got a nice backdrop. You see the podium pictures. There'll be the Hampton Farms podium picture. Of course, something we're going to mention here is after this, we will have the pro finals, but the day may not be over. If there is a thing we call this true second this year, if the team that places second and the team that places third didn't play in the semifinal, then they will match up. And it's not just so often it's top two get a automatic bid to play in the Pro Division Nationals. That's not all you're fighting for. You're fighting for true second place on the podium. You get the mugs, you get the points, you get the second prize money, you get everything.
You get the pro bid.
You get the pro bid. You get
important.
all. It's as if you got second. It's as if you got second. So we may see that coming, depending on how that shapes up. So if our day may end with the pro finals, depending on the third place game and the other results, we may end with a true second, which would be cool. Our first event, we didn't have that.
Yeah.
But it would be really fun if we do today.
It'd be great to see one. Just more round net. It'd just be a great time. But I think we're going to take a quick break here. Players, let them cool down a little bit longer. It is very hot outside today, so stay tuned.
Be back 30 seconds. And we're back as promised. Ball back in the hand of Riva Denera, serving 8-12. So big deficit, but still can be done.
Came back from the timeout. I think he's going to be looking to swing hard here. Got some water in him. Cooled off a little bit. Looking to swing. He's got to hit the net.
He really does. I mean, right, they won last game close, but brought it back, but they didn't have this big of a deficit last game.
And he doesn't find it there. Getting a little bit frustrated, kicking the ball away. But yeah, we just haven't seen anything out of him the whole game too.
It's hard because once they start hitting, they're going to hit.
Right.
So I don't blame him for keep trying. Like, okay, but once I get it, I'll get it, and then we'll win this thing, right? So it's hard.
Buddy Hammon gonna be serving here, making him play. Oh, we'll get the double fault. Tries to tap it on, just finds too much of the back pocket. Comes backwards. A little bit unfortunate there. Epperson gonna be out here swinging. That one's gonna be on the net. Buddy's gonna wrap it behind him. Great athleticism to get past the no-hit zone and not injure Coleman.
Impressive.
Yes, very good. Clark Marshall now gonna be serving for us. He's been favoring that wide step out a lot, just trying to get the cut, try to get the illegal first hits on the other team, faking the left, taking the left.
His left, it's good, but he's also been missing big on it
Right,
sometimes.
Yeah. High ace percentage, low serve percentage.
Oh,
And that one's too high. So we go back to Riva. The game's just slowly sort of coasting by, and Ritto Boys are running out of time. He finds one on the net. Marshall's there to scoop it up and wraps it back behind him. Marshall's hitting is very clean.
It's good. It's Hammond setting him up well, but being able to just open that up has been great.
Yeah, he's definitely very comfortable. I played him in Kentucky. I don't think we got a single touch. I don't think we got a single touch on one of his hits the entire series I played him, and he is just tall enough to get over the net and just put the balls away. Coleman and Ryder, Ritto Boys also looking very strong around the net. Great hitters all around on this net.
Yeah, it's honestly really impressive. It's been very, very clean so far. And when they get the touches, they're really working for them. That's the best part.
Yes.
All of their touches are like, this is a miracle touch, but we're making it because they're that good.
A nice serve here from Epperson, but Hammond's there to scoop it up and put it away. And that's the thing. They're just receiving very well also.
Yes. That's the key. That's the key to their game. They made the defensive breaks. They had a couple aces of their own. They just got to hold.
Yeah. Now they're just keeping it clean. Gonna go for the illegal first touch call. Gonna go to observers out here. Clark doing a great job of getting them wide.
So what's not great there is Buddy Hammon made that call, and that's an active call for observers. So he doesn't need to. He got it. It worked out that time, but he could have played and let the observers make the call.
Sometimes it can be a hard angle for the observers, and they're not quite sure, so they're on edge, and they may be about to make the call, but they're not sure. So when the player calls it and they can confirm it,
it works. Just a little risky.
Usually just
a little risky.
A little unorthodox, but he gets away with it there. Clark going to put him back on the net, and that we're going to get the active carry call that time. Illegal first touch out of Epperson.
Yep, so really just a little bit of a catch and throw, staying on the hand a little too long and kind of using his hand to kind of get a little throwing action. It can stick for a little longer.
Loses the ball there a little bit. That's unfortunate. Tries to hit a tap on. But
Some friendly banter around the net.
Laughing it off.
And just
not going to hit that
one.
next drop either.
So this one looks like it's going to go the way of Marshall Hammon. Of course, I don't want to jinx him.
Yeah,
That'd be that.
Riva serving now. Can he get hot? Doesn't find it.
So they may just be done with it, right? I was saying earlier, when you're down early, you feel like you can come back. When you're down 18-12, you don't feel like you can come back.
Right, yeah. Like we said yesterday, 18 is kind of that end of the game point, especially when you're down 6, 7 breaks. It can just be kind of hopeless.
So 19-12, looking good. Looking to Hammond to drop again here. Just hope Epperson messes up so they can cushion their lead a little bit, but they're not really worried about getting breaks.
Yep, just letting the 1-2-3s go back and forth, kind of just coast out to the end of this game.
I'm really interested to see what we see in Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, it could go either way still. I mean, you never know. We're just waiting for Ritto Boys, one of the Ritto Boys to, get hot.
They're not hitting
go on a hot
right
streak,
now,
but
though.
right now it is not looking good. Epperson gets one on the net, but it's just received.
I mean, so I'm impressed that Riva got the jam on Hammond earlier because he's a tough player to jam.
Yeah.
He's a tough player.
I think Buddy got some mud in his eyes, some sweat in his eyes maybe.
But he had sweat on his shirt and just rubbed his eyes. But so we got game point to force a Game 3 here in this pro semifinals in Garland. Oh, rim there. It's another ball, feeling good. See, we'll just get the step out here. He's just putting it on.
Trying to make him play, finds the front rim.
All right, so we need a 6 in a row.
One last chance.
Yeah.
Finds it. It's received well, and it's pulled well. Great hitting, great serve receive. Marshall Hammond looking very strong
That
to take
was
Game 3.
I mean, you could say it was that early lead and just Ritto Boys kind of didn't care about it, but I don't think that's the case. I think they were trying.
I think
they were
just got
trying to get back
outplayed.
into it.
Yes. I think Marshall and Hammond just absolutely ran away with it and took some nice wide serves that allowed them to force the illegal first touches on the other team, and just take breaks and just keep stacking them on one by one until they were too far away and it was too late in the game.
Yeah, and they made it even bigger. They were just running with it.
That is just simply outplaying
Yeah.
right there. That's just playing clean. The other team wasn't able to show up. Wasn't able to get any serves on the net. So basically, just one side was pressuring, one side was not, and
yeah, we talked about the round net stats earlier. Roundnetstats.com. Curious to see the RPR there and how many double faults there were. But even when they got a couple good ones, they weren't crazy. But Hammon and Marshall returned. They're strong serve returners.
I don't know if they got any like cut serves on the net. I think it was all some jams and a little bit of reverse cuts, and they were just able to just scoop them up and play them.
Yeah, so I was a bit surprised by that game. I hope that Ritto Boys come out swinging. If it wasn't looking good there. But truthfully, this if we have an upset format here, would match the other semifinal.
Yep.
With the upset of Kyrell Ackerman and Garrett Hornock over Travis Core and Gabe Finocchi.
And a lot of people are wanting to see the Ritto Boys versus Sloppy Seconds matchup. And so if Ritto Boys lose here, then they'll get to play them in the third place game.
They'll get to play in third place. Yeah, we'll see it right there.
Yeah.
We'll see it right there. But wow, what a match so far. I don't know what to think. I didn't expect to see that game
crazy.
too.
Yeah, that was.
We saw Riva heat up at the end, and we're like, he's gonna come in hot.
Right. We thought he would come hot into game 2. Maybe took a little bit too long of a break or something.
Yeah.
But this is not the expected result that people wanted to see, or maybe they did want to see the upset.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You never know. Ritto Boys being power ranked number 2.
Yeah.
And then the mashup from Hammon and Marshall.
That's crazy. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. Be back in just a couple minutes with game 3. And we are back here. We got game 3 coming up between Ritto Boys and Buddy Hammon and Clark Marshall. They're rocks, paper, scissoring in
the Rochambeau. I don't know who won.
That
could be crucial. That's momentum.
Yeah. So it looks like Hammon won because Coleman's asking for the ball.
Unless Coleman's confident. He could be wanting to serve here. I know players like Frederick Hinkle like to serve first. But Epperson going to start us off either way. Stepping out right. Swinging hard. That one's on the net. Making him play at least. Clark looking confident. Might go back into him for a redo. Yeah. So he's going to get another chance here. That one's on the net as well. Going to call high, but I think it was clean.
I think it was clean as
well.
Clark
is a very tall player, and I think he also came up with it as well. Jumped up, and his shoulders came up with it. Going to go to observers.
Right, it'll judge him based off his regular athletic stance, but if he comes up.
Oh, they called too high.
No,
wow, okay.
All right.
So that's just, a call by the observers. I don't know how many of them had a great angle on it, but it's going to go back to Coleman for the second serve.
Just got a heat wave there. It must be so hot out there for those
very
players.
Hot. Heat waves, late nights in the middle of June. Buddy Hammon going to be serving on here. A nice little drop. Rivas there to scoop it up. Goes for the lefty. Nice body up off of Hammon. And he's going to blast it away for the early breaks.
Nice job.
And it's starting to look like game 2.
It is. And I saw there, that was an offset by Coleman. Forced the left hand of Rivenair, which, truthfully, I expected it to be a little better, but he could have been not really expecting that.
Either way, Hammon going to continue the run here. A nice little push. Coleman's able to handle it. Oh, no. Hits it into Riva's legs.
So what was tough there is Hammond was trying to come play defense. Riva couldn't move or he'd get out of his way.
Right.
So when he hit it right into him,
it might be a hinder.
Yeah. But like I was saying is Riva just got stuck. Right. If he moves, he would have hindered Hammond.
Right.
Which probably would have been better than get hit by your
redo
partner.
rather than lose the point. Probably. Yeah. Either way, Buddy Hammond going to
another
continue.
one.
Oh, gets the body up, but just a little bit too far away from Marshall. Good, nice early run, just like last game.
That gives them some breathing room if they do get a couple strong serves on. Riva drop of his own. Big on 2.
Marshall, good to recognize the on-2 there. His partner's not in the best footwork position. He slips. You saw a giant thing of mud come up off the ground. Push off the ground very hard, but.
The 2 is a really good option on drops. Your partner's not really steady. You're not really sure. You said sometimes they can go into the no-hit zone to receive it, and they have to come back out. So it's a smart hit, and he just has the footwork and the reach to get around it.
Clark looking for these wide serves again, but I think he's just going to try to get him to play here. That one's going to be too high. You can see him sort of switch to that different stance. I think he could just keep the wide step out and just try to put it on that way with just a little less power. Epperson's going to go for the drop here, and Marshall's just going to push it past him.
Yeah, strong recovery. A lot of drops going in because the serves aren't hitting, but they want to put it in play, and drops are good. Drops
that might be the better move for Ritto Boys this game. they went with the last game just trying to swing the whole time and just kind of got outplayed. So they're probably figuring, hey, let's at least make a play this game.
Let's just do it. Let's play. So Riva Nera to serve, down 3-5. Curious to see what he goes with. Tries to hit the reverse, but it's off. Do you know if he has a signature favorite serve? It seems to be the reverse, but
the reverse I think is sort of his iconic serve in a sense. Like he used the first one to sort of make it a thing, make it legit, make it fast and a like good hard cut serve. I don't know if it's his favorite though.
It's a good one there by Marshall. Gets it up. Can they get in? Get a quick touch back and forth, but pockets that one. So Ritto Boys get a second chance. Hammon gets the hand back to Marshall, and they're calling a carry on the hit.
Buddy Hammon calls rim on the hit.
Rim on the hit. Okay.
I think there was an active carry call on Hammond's first touch.
Okay.
But then the rim hit, and I believe it is called a clean rim hit.
So it's going the way.
Or not a rim hit.
Not a rim hit.
Yes. So a clean hit, not rim.
Okay. Hey, it still works. They were scrambling there. So worked out, but staying alive. A good hold there. 4-6. That one goes a little high.
I think if Ritto Boys lose that rally, that would have been a very tough.
That's been going bad, especially if it went to the observers. They probably would have felt a little worse. But can't do anything of their own.
There's the double swing, double fault.
Yeah.
Gotta make him play, really. Coleman found some early, so you can't really knock him for swinging there because he was finding him early. But might just take that second serve to be a little slower.
There's the backhand we were talking about. Good attempt. 7-4 here. Little drop. Ooh, strong push. That seems to be his bread and butter hit. It's wide open.
And that was good, clean. He looked a little bit more composed there. Taking his time before he's hitting. Good to see him slowing it down a little bit.
Fake's coming back. Maybe he's feeling good, but just misses that one. The left looks solid. I know that left, when he hits it, it's so good.
He's got to find enough net for it to cut. They're going to call high here. Riva thinks it is good. Going to go to observers. I thought it was high. They call clean.
They call good? Okay.
Wow. So nice serve from Riva. Firing up here a little bit.
Yep,
Let's see if he can make a run happen. We got a game on our hands now. 6-7 swings. Finds the lobster trap.
But he got one. That'll at least help the confidence a little bit, I'm sure.
Swings too hard.
He's working hard.
But it's back to Clark Marshall now. Let's see if he can get it out wide here. I think they got to put a little more pressure back on now. Don't have as much cushion as they had before.
We got a big crowd in Foreman here, but of course it's off to the side. There's a nice big tree to our right, and that's where everyone's hanging out. All hanging out in the shade, which the players, I'm sure, wish they could be down there as well.
Epperson now, 7-8 with a nice little jam. But Buddy Hammon services well.
That was an impressive hit. Yeah, I'm surprised he got so much power on that.
That's usually the go-to for people to get around the net, is that sort of stepping with your inside foot on the outside and then hitting the backhand and then just being able to step with your foot one more time.
Makes it a little easier, a little more natural of a hit. So Hammon here, 9 serving 7. That's a good serve. Rolls off Epperson's hand a little bit. Nice body up by Marshall.
Can't quite get there. Has a tough time.
They actually, I think,
going around the net.
Yeah.
But maybe a carry call on the play.
I think there was an illegal
touch.
Oh, I guess not. Okay.
Maybe not.
I thought I saw that.
It might have been on Buddy's last touch there.
Yep, that makes sense. Yep. But cool.
So either way, it was just going to end on that touch.
Yeah. I love it. We're to a point. Just got to have some cleaner touches. So it's 8 serving 9.
Riva looking, finds the net, but again, serve received and put away.
See, so there I don't blame him, right? He gets it on the net. It's a playable ball, but it's no problem for Marshall. So
it was pretty low. It was a nice, decent push, but I mean, this is the semifinals of the pro bracket. You're gonna have to hit it a little bit more challenging of a serve.
A little bit. I think the drops might work. You're due to get a bad one, and as we talked about that, drop right there for Marshall. That doesn't work.
It's still a close game, though. Ritto Boys not out yet.
Oh, good jam.
Good jam. Good recovery. And that is Clark. That is the classic Clark. Just stick the hand out so perfectly, and you just see the ball float in the air.
With how fast that came up Hammon's hand, like how did he loft it up so nicely?
And he just so perfectly recovers it.
Yeah, so big hold there. Goes for the back himself. You didn't have to play it, but no, says no.
Hammon serving again, goes for the drop on. Epperson's there to scoop it up, and he's just going to wrap it fast.
Easy.
Buddy maybe going down on the body defense a little bit too early.
Yeah, he's just, not much. He had all the options there. It was a good set. So again, he tried to make that guess. We got some cheers for Ryder as he's serving at 10-11. But a big swing and a big miss.
Goes off balance a little bit there. Maybe tosses out a little bit too wide. But he's going to keep it in this time. Go for the drop. Doesn't find it. They need to find something soon, or else it's not looking good for him. Clark Marshall stepping out wide, going for the cut. Got a legal serve receive here. And it's a nice body up off of Marshall, and a great butter set back, and Epperson tries to get it. And he just can't get it back up. That was a great body touch from Marshall, and butter from Hammond. Yes, a diving butter set.
Yeah.
And just a great put away. Honestly, Marshall Hammond playing very well right now.
They're looking good.
Marshall will serve again. It's a drop. Epperson's able to get there.
Oh,
just out of reach of Hammond.
Yeah, it looked like he really had it there.
It looked like he was going to keep going. He kind of turned sideways to look back at the ball, and right as he did, it went past him. So a little bit unfortunate in the right spot. And Epperson's going to fire one off, and that's momentum they need right there. A very solid contact.
That went so quick. He just was like, I'm serving. And we got another timeout call.
That's the timeout call. You want that. You want to do that
as
soon as they got momentum. Shut it down immediately.
Yeah.
And just make the plays happen. But yeah, honestly, Ritto Boys look like they're about to get back into it here. There's a little bit of wind coming in. Maybe they're cooling off a little bit. They gotta stay cool in here as well.
Yeah.
And just start firing.
They are truthfully double faulting so much that when we just hear that sound, I'm so surprised.
Yes, it's such a pleasant sound.
But it was an instant point for them. So again, like why not keep swinging? It's so hard.
Right.
It's so hard.
Right.
Because he's missed that so many times, but he gets it, and it was an instant break.
I think you just got to go for a nice hard swing on the first serve, and then the meatball changeup on the second is really not that bad. Just give him a nice jam changeup to the belly button.
Yeah.
It works sometimes, maybe not on Clark and Buddy Hammon, because they're servicing quite well right now.
They're doing really well. And so there's Ritto Boys still down a break. It's only 12-13. So the key will be serve receiving by Marshall and Hammond if they want to take this home.
Yeah.
We'll see what Ritto Boys can do, but
yeah, it was a great call by Hammond and Marshall to call this timeout immediately. Got one ace, and they're like, nope, timeout right now. Gonna try to ice him, try to get him cold, while can't let the bleeding start.
No, yeah, right, yeah. Don't let him hit a second.
Right.
Don't let him hit a second.
Yeah,
so
gotta cut it off.
We saw yesterday in the women's finals, Game 3, after a run by the Janke twins. Graham Rogers calls a timeout, but then lose the point immediately after. So, and that it makes it even more momentum.
And that's tough.
So they got to hold right here if they want to stop it.
This is going to be probably maybe the game deciding point right now. The momentum of the game is the neutral point.
Yeah.
From here, it either goes one way or the other.
Yeah.
So we're about to find out.
How
will it go? They're taking their time in the shade, definitely not trying to get out too fast.
So we'll be back in 30 seconds to a minute with the rest of Game 3. We are back here, Game 3, big swing, Epperson coming in. So we said this is it right here.
This is it.
So I guess he didn't have in that first serve, so we'll see what he has on the second serve.
He's got to make it happen right here. This is where all the momentum starts. I think he's just got to get it on the net, make him play, and he does. But not with the greatest off net, goes a little bit, wraps around a little bit too far on defense. They can't find it, so great job on Hammond and Marshall to hold.
I'm just in awe of how Hammond is the same player he was years ago, and also so much different. It's weird.
Oh no, the missed hit. Wow, that is going to be very crucial. That's the momentum that came back into Hammond Marshall's favor.
Are we about to see
and just one
Ritto
little
Boys
slip up,
and Sloppy Seconds not make the finals?
One little slip up is now it's just a gap.
Yeah.
Before it was maybe just a difference, but now it is a gap.
This is a gap, especially late in the game. Another drop. Can they get another one here? Just a nice push by Riva. Yes, exactly. Just a nice push by Riva. Back to him. They look motivated. Their hits look so solid if they can only match it with the serves. All right, 13 serving, 15.
Ryder stepping back, swinging. Wow, very hard, losing his balance.
It's just not coming
It's
together.
not even close to the net right
It's
now.
not coming together.
That one's in the rim.
Into the rim, 16-13. This is a huge
They need
lead,
something.
Matt.
They
This
need
is
something, but I
huge.
don't think they're going to find it. They've been looking for a game and 2/3 now.
Yeah. Oh, and a big one. I didn't expect to see this. They're looking so good.
I mean, Buddy Hammon, since he's come back, I don't think has missed a podium, so he's looking very strong.
Yeah.
Epperson's just going to blast that one away.
Mhm.
Marshall almost gets the body there.
I want to hold my tongue here because I'm nervous, but you know, I said that I thought Hammond and Clark would be in the finals, and some people laughed at me.
Hey,
So we'll see.
proving them wrong.
Proving them wrong. I'm just kidding. Enough about my takes. I just remember, like, these are good players.
They're good
these
players,
are great
yeah.
players.
I think Clark is a really great player, and then Buddy's just absurdly fast reactions.
He's got to be this. Just, I don't want to say most athletic,
gotta
but
be like
just his touches, the
Top
quickest.
like 0.5% of people
Yeah.
reflex-wise.
Yeah.
He's going to put this serve on the net, maybe a little high. Pops up quite a bit. Second serve here on the net. That one's going to be legal.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hit into the bottom of his hand.
All
I think Ryder hesitated there a little bit. Might have thought it was going over his shoulders,
Right.
but then didn't quite make
Right.
it up that high.
It's a little
So-
forget, right? There's maybe
It's a good thing he played it.
weirdly legal now, but part of the game, part of the rule, making it better. But I'm getting real nervous here. 15-17.
That's another
Just
rim.
not gonna find it. Every rim is just one less
Yeah,
opportunity.
It is just brutal. Finds
And
another
another
lefty
one.
rim.
This is getting close.
Yeah, we're at that 18 mark. We're heading towards the end of the game here.
We're going to have, I believe, 3 more, or only 2 more serve opportunities for these players.
That's nice and wide from Marshall.
Mhm.
Epperson with a nice little push away.
Nice.
Marshall tries to lean toward the pool, picks the wrong side.
So Hammond and Marshall 3 points away, so that means 3 more serving opportunities for Ritto
Epperson
Boys.
with a nice serve. But it is just received.
Mhm.
They're just playing so cleanly right now and just receiving so well.
It's just looking so good. One more chance for Riva Denera. One more chance for Epperson. Of course, that means that's only if they hold. They gotta hold if they want another chance behind the line.
That's a drop. Rivas there to scoop it up.
Oh,
Almost a body up off of Hammond. Can't quite find it. I thought it was going to go back onto the net
I
for
know,
a
I
second.
did too. Maybe with some backspin, it could have came off. So 17 serving 19. One serving chance each for Riva and Coleman before this is over. Well, that's a good
That one's
cut,
a
but
pretty good
Hammond's
one.
there.
Oh no. He got a good receive on it. The set is a tiny bit short.
Mhm.
And he's thinking, I just got to blast it because Ritto Boys is crowding the net. But he finds the rim instead. That was brutal.
Yeah. Oh.
Now
Never
we
count
could be
them
looking
out.
in to go to
Never
extras.
count them
Ritto
out.
Boys making a small comeback here. Ryder's got to find the net again. And he does. It's nicely received by Clark. And a good hit. And it pockets up over Epperson. So Marshall holding it down. Point 18, trying to get the break. They want to end it here. Don't want to give them one more chance to serve.
Matt, you're saying way more calm than I am right now. This is
intense.
crazy.
Marshall here's going to step wide, fake the left, go
Okay.
over the righty, doesn't find the net.
It's intense. They could end it right here.
Serve, into the front rim. So Epperson will have one more chance to try to come back in this game.
It is
19-20.
Earlier we said that early one is game deciding. This is the game
This is
deciding.
game
point.
deciding for sure. Fault on the first serve.
Okay, here
If
it is.
If I'm Coleman, you gotta get this on.
Mhm. It's a break or it's a fault. What do we got?
It's a fault. So Buddy Hammon and Clark Marshall are going to win the semifinals over power ranked by lefty on 2 at number 2 Ritto Boys. They will be moving on to the finals versus Kyle Ackerman and Garrett Hornock. So we will have our Ritto Boys versus Sloppy Seconds matchup in the third place game, which many people thought would be the finals matchup.
Yeah.
So very interesting results here in Garland, Texas.
Some
And that was our pro semifinals matchup. Hammond and Marshall moving on to the finals. Congratulations to them. It's been Matthew Burrows along with Mike White. If you guys want more S-Ray content, feel free to like and subscribe. For now, thanks for watching.